these areas of the chromosome, what are those known as? Raham?
Centromere?
They are centromere. All right, good. Now, raise your hand, please. How many chromosomes do you see there in that nucleus? Summer? Yeah, there's 6 of them, isn't there? Here's a hint. If you don't have this written down by now, you should, okay? How many chromosomes? Well, that is equal to the number of centromeres. All right? So if you want to count chromosomes, just look for centromeres. That's the easiest way to make sure you're not counting chromosomes twice or not enough. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Next question, you can probably see that there's 2 different colors of chromosomes here. Kari, why is there 2 different colors? Exactly. You have maternal chromosomes. Those are the ones that came from your mom. They were originally in your mom's egg cell. Right? And then you also have paternal, which were the ones that were brought by the sperm cell. Okay. So any questions there before I clear this screen and move on to my next couple, 2, 3 questions? There's a lot going on there. A lot that you guys have learned already. All right, let's clear it out. Here's my next question. I'm going to number these. Let's take a look at chromosome number 1. Please tell me which number chromosome is homologous to chromosome number 1. Raise your hand, please. Which chromosome is homologous to this chromosome? Mr. Johnson. Yes, there you go. Okay. There is a pair of homologous chromosomes. This chromosome is homologous to that chromosome. And you know they're homologous because they have the same shape, same size. Okay? Please remember, guys, that for every homologous chromosome pair, half of it came from mom, the other half came from dad. You never have a homologous chromosome pair in which both of them came from the same parent. All right, let's take a look at chromosome number 2. Elise, which chromosome is homologous to chromosome 2? Number 4. Really easy, just match them up by size. Which of course means that you have 5 and 6 being homologous to each other. Okay? Now, anytime you have both homologous chromosomes in a nucleus, both sets, what is that cell called when you have both homologous chromosomes, when you have both sets? Ribon. It's called a diploid cell. di means two. Right? That's yesterday's stuff, pretty much. Okay? Now, here's what happens, right? Because of meiosis, you get haploid cells, don't you? And I'm just going to throw this question out, see if anybody can speak intelligently about this. Why do organisms do the haploid thing? Why do they do meiosis? Why do we need haploid cells? Or actually, what do we need them for? Braxton?
You need haploid cells to reproduce because if you didn't have them, then you would have, the two would combine, instead of having 47, 23, and 23, you would have 46 and 46, and then the cell would end up going through apoptosis.
Yeah. Ooh, you threw apoptosis in there. Good. Exactly. Look, if you had a sperm cell that was diploid and an egg cell, oops, I should put a tail on egg cell, that was diploid, and they fused together, you'd have 4 sets of chromosomes in there, in that cell, wouldn't you? And like Braxton said, what probably would happen is the cell would commit suicide. All right? So the reason why organisms do meiosis is so they can do the sexual reproduction thing, isn't it? Now, when you have a haploid cell fusing with another haploid cell, now you're right back to diploid cell, and yeehaw, 16 years later, you got Braxton. Okay? All right. Questions on that? It's pretty good. Hopefully those of you that aren't contributing are kind of following along here. All right, let's move on then.
Chromosomes. We'll keep a running tally of the chromosome number. Our cell is 2N. N is the chromosome number, 3, while 2 indicates the cell is diploid. There are 2 times 3, or 6, total chromosomes in this cell.
Count the centromeres.
When meiosis begins with interphase 1, DNA synthesis takes place so that we have 2 copies of each chromosome.
All right, now here's where some people get confused. Let's just remember back to our cell cycle days. G1, then the S phase, then the G2 phase. What comes next? M phase, and then you're back to G1. All right? Now, during the G1 phase, this is what your chromosomes, if they were around, look like. They're single chromosomes, right? They each have a little centromere on there, probably still too. After the S phase, this is what they look like. They've duplicated, haven't they? Has the chromosome number changed between G1 and G2? Has the chromosome number changed from here to here? Ms. Caraba? No, it hasn't. Let's count up our centromeres. We've got 6 centromeres here. We've got 6 centromeres here, don't we? The chromosome number didn't change. The only thing that changed was the type of chromosome we're talking about, right? These are called single or unduplicated chromosomes, and these are called duplicated. All right? These two